I think you're the next Regina George in Mean Girls.
I'll do it.
It's a yes from me.
I love that senator for you.
Hi, Pat.
Hello, hello. I'm Pat Timmons-Goodson, and I am running for Congress in the 8th Congressional District of North Carolina.
I'm Renee Rapp. I was in Mean Girls on Broadway. I'm 20, and I'm a first-time voter.
I'm Cipriano, and I was in Jagged Little Pill on Broadway, and I am also a first-time voter.
You two look absolutely incredible.
You look incredible.
Thank you.
Oh my
back
gosh.
at you.
The pink,
I know.
love
I'm
it.
kind of obsessed.
It's amazing.
Well, Pat, we are so excited to get to know a little bit more about you today. We found out some things that we love, especially that you are a resident theater gal. So we are we need to know every little minute detail about your theatrical days.
Well, one of my friends who was in charge of the Fayetteville Little Theater came to me and said, Pat, you've had such a successful career and many in the community look up to you, including our young. Come on and let's do a play about that. I said, you have lost your mind. She finally convinced me that it was a community service. It was an absolutely incredible experience. Would I do it again? Probably not.
I didn't know it was your own show. That is very awesome.
Yeah.
Y'all are amazing young people. I can tell already, even through Zoom.
Thank you. So I grew up right outside of Charlotte. I grew up in Huntersville.
No.
Yes, like legit, the beginning of Beatty's Ford, me.
My husband grew up in Kannapolis.
Oh, tight. Okay, perfect. You probably know this. Growing up, I was like, oh, North Carolina. My gosh, I need to get out. I need to run. And then after living in New York, I came back home for the first time right when Broadway shut down. Literally was saying to my mom, I was like, yeah. Okay, cool. I miss it here. I miss this way of life. It's
beautiful.
It's a special place. Pat, I know that you were a member of AKA.
Alpha Kappa Alpha women are very bright, very hardworking, and so it should come as no surprise that there are a large number of Alpha Kappa Alpha women in leadership positions, including the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court of North Carolina, Sherry Beasley, and Kamala Harris. Let me share a secret with you. So the sorority colors are pink and green, and so when I joined the Supreme Court of North Carolina, each one of the justices has a backing. I was free to select the color that I wanted. What color do you think I selected?
Pink.
Pink.
Obviously, this is my first election, and we want to talk a little bit about that as well. What was the first election that you voted in? What was the time like?
At one time, the voting age was 21. And so they reduced the voting age like about 1972. And that was the very first election that I voted in. So I do understand what it is that you're experiencing.
There are a lot of voters this year that are voting at 18, and maybe this is like tooting our own horn, but I definitely feel like Gen Z is really showing up. What inspires you about Gen Z and youth voters?
Gen Z voters are so willing to engage. Often folks, young and old, think you have to be seasoned to make a contribution or to make a difference. I believe that you don't have to wait to put your shoulder to the wheel and to try to make a difference.
I appreciate that a lot because I think growing up and even now, a lot of what we get told as younger people is like, oh, you'll understand when you're older.
Yeah.
Like you're not old enough to know. And we're just like, but we do know. Thank you.
I do not subscribe to the words that you just said. I want to thank you and others like you for your energy and your interest as we march and call for great change as it relates to our criminal, racial, and social justice. I think that we have made more strides and more progress in the last 12 months than we've made in a really long time, due directly to your efforts.
This feels like a very historic election.
You're looking at an economic crisis, a health crisis, a social justice crisis, and racial justice crisis, a climate crisis, all at one time. This is a very historic election.
Pat, what is your voting plan?
My plan is to go out on Election Day and to cast my vote with my husband if he has not decided to go on out and get his in before then.
We're actually in California right now, so we're both going to be voting by absentee ballot. We are going to be filling them out today and sending them in.
And I'm voting in North Carolina.
Renee and Antonio, I have loved this. It was painless, and you have no idea how much I was.
I can only imagine.
Yeah.
I love that senator for you. I love that senator for you.